I've been meaning to talk about this story of the Caitlyn Jenner controversy that has ignited the internet for the past couple of months. Now, Caitlyn Jenner, the former track athlete known as Bruce, came out a couple of months ago as a transgendered woman appearing on the Vanity Fair cover and was announced to receive this award called the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the ESPYs, which happened a couple of days ago on July 15th. I didn't see the performance live, but I did listen to the speech and I found it very heroic and courageous. But many people who are criticizing her don't feel the same way because many of these people are bringing up these arguments that cutting off your penis is not considered heroic, that this award should have gone to this Noah Galloway double amputee Army veteran, or this girl who was diagnosed with cancer and was a basketball player. And many people are also saying that, well, she may have been an athlete, but that was a long time ago, so what's the point in giving out an award for coming out as transgender, when you probably forgot about Michael Sam from last year? But I did find this one certain response on the internet from an Army behavioral health specialist named Joey Vincente. He left this post on his Facebook page, which you can find below in the description, that is calling out Caitlyn Jenner's transphobic troll critics. So I'm going to read to you what Mr. Vincente wrote on his Facebook. Your negative opinions on Caitlyn Jenner and her deservedness of an award that you didn't even know about until a few days ago are irrelevant. Your definition of what or who a hero can and cannot be is irrelevant. 40% of the transgender community have attempted suicide. What if I told you that her speech last night saved even one human being from attempting to take their life? I'd call that a victory on any scale. I call that gasp, heroic. You don't like that a female who used to identify as male got an award at a ceremony run by ESPN? Here's a hint. Get over yourself. You are on the wrong side of history. Like many bigots of the civil rights era, you will one day have to answer for your hate, whether it is to God, a loved one, or your few hundred Facebook friends that you think give the slightest bit of a shit about what kind of sandwich you ate or what kind of workout you got in today. You want to voice your opinion? Please. I beg that you do. But in using terms like freak or faggot, you paint a more vivid picture of yourself than you ever could of Caitlyn Jenner, a human being just now finally finding her comfort zone. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vincente's post about this is what I call pure class. Completely opposite of what many other people who support our military or are in the military have been criticizing Caitlyn with their subjective transphobic comments, and also comments which are making people feel bad about themselves, feeling bad about who they were born as, who they feel comfortable as after hiding themselves for a very long time. It's an epidemic, folks. Transphobic bullying, murder, and suicide are rising at a very rampant rate. And if you think that Caitlyn Jenner was just going to be talking about herself, and I probably bet a number of you out there never really watched the television show or her awards, and just decided to turn it off, make your assumptions saying that you were going to boycott ESPN, fine. But what you have to understand is that Caitlyn Jenner is seen as a model and as an influence to many people like her, specifically younger people who have had to hide themselves and their parents had to hide them because of who they are. Classified as outcasts by their doctors, cannot be categorized as a third gender. And Caitlyn Jenner is that one person. Forget all the stuff about your hatred towards the Kardashians or her association with Kanye West. Forget all about that. Because what you have to understand is that Caitlyn Jenner is someone who has lived through it all. And all of your comments towards her, she doesn't care. She even said so in the show herself, because it doesn't even bother her. she's seen your comments time and time again. The same old, it's not heroic that you cut your penis off. This person should have got the award. This person got the award. They've done more in life than you have ever done in just the amount of a few months. And I've seen the use of the word freak and faggot on a time-to-time basis. And that's transphobia. That's bullying. It's wrong. Discrimination like this should be outcasted, should be outlawed. There should be a law preventing this type of stuff. Please, you can express your opinions, but you should have to suffer some consequences for your hateful comments that you present. There is no categories of being brave, of courage, or what's considered heroic. Because you don't think that stopping someone from committing suicide by delivering a motivational speech is not considered heroic. You think it's less than like going out into a field, like shooting bullets, fighting for our freedoms. And I'm not trying to downplay our soldiers' actions in any way. I support our troops. But I'm beginning to question the support when it comes to needing to selfishly promote someone's disability for your own agendas. But that's just me. And that's probably what Mr. Joey Vincente thinks as well, even if he's in the military. So I want you guys to give fair responses on what you think about this whole controversy. Because put aside your political stuff, put aside your religious stuff, just ignore stuff that you may have heard from people like Joshua Fierstein, who is a extreme vocal opponent in this, trying to say that being transgender is a disease. Just give me your responses, and have a good evening.